our daily life, how it is a part in our life, that curd, how to form from milk, what are the changes are taking in that we learn. So what we are learning about changes around us. Changes around us. Changes around us. Okay? See here in that what we learn, what is about changes are taking, what are the changes are taking in our surroundings. Okay? Such a type, what we discussed, what are the changes are taking when curd is forming from milk? What are the changes taking by forming curd from milk? If we observe the different changes by comparing milk and curd, taste, color, state, weight, such as those whole are. And today we are going to talk about what we are going to talk about today, finding the conditions for making curd. Finding the conditions, what is that saying? Conditions for making curd. For making curd. For making curd. Means why you want, what are the changes are needed, what are the conditions are suitable to form a curd. What are the conditions are needed to form a curd. Let's talk about what are the conditions are needed to form a curd. What we can take 3 empty bowls, take a 3 empty bowls. What we are taking? We are taking 3 empty bowls with lid. With lid. What I'm saying to you? With lid. See here. This is 1. This is 2. This is 3. 3 bowls with lid. 3 bowls with a lid. With a lid. Those are lids. That is the 3 bowls. Is that visible to you? Very good. Coming to that, bowl 1, bowl 2, bowl 3. We took 3 bowls, add some ice cold, add some ice cold milk, to bowl 1, to bowl 1. And one more thing what we are doing, same quantity of some warm milk, to bowl 2 and 3. Bowl 2 and 3. Okay? In that first bowl, we are using water. What you are using? Cold, ice cold milk. In the second bowl with the same quantity. In third bowl also with the same quantity. What we are adding? Somewhat warm milk. This is ice cold milk. And these two are what I'm saying to you? Warm milk. 2 and 3 is a warm milk. Coming to that, what we can say after that, then add small, then add small quantity of curd, small quantity of curd to the 3 bowls. Sorry, to the, what I'm saying to you, to the 1 and 2, to the bowl 1 and 2. See here, we are adding only those. So stir them well and stir them well. And coming to that, the curd must mix in the milk. What we have to say? The curd must mix in the milk. By that we have to stir milk. And coming to that, what I'm saying, cover all the bowls, cover all the bowls, all the bowls, all the bowls, all the bowls with lids means pan, with a lid, them in lids, with lids, and keep it up, keep them separately. Okay, and coming to that, what I am saying to you, leave them and ensure they are not touched. What we can say, leave them, ensure they are not touched. They are not touched. Okay, even after you have left for, you have to. So here what we can observe the changes in the, what we can, even after you should not give disturbance. After leaving some few hours or the whole overnight, we have to observe carefully. What we have to do? Observe carefully. What are the changes? See here, observe the changes. Answer that means separately to few hours. Observe what I'm saying to you. Observe the changes. In the 3 bowls. See here, what we are doing here, what we are learning, finding the conditions for making curd. Which are suitable to make the curd. Suitable conditions are helping to make the curd. So we are taking 3 empty bowls with a lid. Which is covers the surface. And add some ice cold milk to the bowl 1. In the bowl 1, we are adding ice cold, means it is cool milk, which is in cold condition. Those milk we are pouring into the first bowl, and then same quantity of some warm milk to the bowl 2 and 3. Before, how much we took in the first bowl, but it is in a cold milk or ice cold milk. In the second bowl and third bowl, we are taking same quantity of the milk in warm condition. The warm milk we are taking same quantity, means how much we took in the first bowl. Then after the taking, 3 milks are filled with milk, 1 with ice cold milk, 2 with warm milk. We are adding, then add small quantity of curd. We are adding a small quantity of curd to the bowl 1 and 2. We are adding curd into the bowl 1 and 2. See here, we are not adding curd into the third bowl. We are adding curd into the 1 and second bowl. And coming to that, what I'm saying to you, the curd must mix. Why? Because see, the bowl 1 and 2 and stir them well. You have to mix completely those two what we added curd to that. And see, the curd must mix in the milk. How like that? The curd should spread out through the milk. Cover all the bowls with lid and keep them separated to few hours. We have to cover their milk bowls with a lid and you have to separate, left that separately. And see here, leave them, ensure they are not touched. We should not give any disturbance to those three bowls. And observe the changes in the three bowls. After interval of time, after whole hour the day, we have to say what are the changes are present in that. What are the changes? So when after overnight, when you are looking the three bowls, what are the changes are present? Compare the three bowls, 1, 2, 3 separately. Try to answer. By separately individual, what we can make your answer. When we compare the bowl 1 and 2, when we compare bowl 1 and 2, what we may compare? Before the first bowl consists ice and cold milk, ice cold milk, means cool milk, and second bowl consists warm milk. To the both we added some quantity of curd. See here what I am saying to you. By adding those after few hours, after the overnight, we are observing by removing the lid into the first and second bowl. First and second bowl. We may compare in the first bowl, there is no formation of curd. In the second bowl, there is a formation of curd. The curd formed in the bowl second, but the curd is not formed in the bowl first. Why the curd is not formed in the first bowl? Why the curd is formed in the second bowl? Can you answer that? Because of, before we already discussed how the curd should be formed from the milk. Milk should be warm while we are adding sample curd. While we are adding sample curd. The sample curd is added to the 1 and 2 bowls of milk, but the curd is formed in the second milk because it is in the warm condition. The milk is in warm condition. Then ice cold milk is not formed because it's not boiled. It is not boiled. Understand? So in the third bowl, it is also warm milk, but we did not add any sample curd. That's why the curd is not formed in that. We'll discuss again separately individual those and note down that information. What are the conditions? We'll discuss that. Note down that. Yeah, finished that. While we are comparing those, the formation of curd from the milk, the three bowls, which we observe from the three bowls, the curd formed from the second bowl of the milk. Why in the second bowl of the milk only the curd is formed? Why the curd is not formed in the first and third bowl? Because while we are comparing first and second bowl, while we are comparing first and second bowl, see that carefully. In the second bowl, the curd is formed than to the first bowl. Why is that? Because of by boiling, by giving heat, the pressure will be lowered. The pressure will be decreased. The pressure will be decreased means the molecule will be free to possible to form a curd. And coming to that, in the ice cold milk, it has a pressure more, so that's why it is not giving chances to form a curd. And while we are comparing second and third bowl, see here, both bowls are filled with warm milk, but the sample curd is added to the only second bowl. That sample curd is added to the second bowl. The sample curd is not added to the third bowl. It's not added to the third bowl. See here what I'm saying to you. Well, by heating those milk from second and third bowl, so there is a possibility to form a curd while you are adding sample curd. But there is no possibility to form a curd in the third. There is a possibility to form a curd in the second because of we added sample curd in the second, not in the third. By adding sample curd, why the curd is forming that from the milk? Because of the sample curd is possible to grow the bacteria. It helps to the bacteria to change curd from the milk. That formation of curd means the developing of bacteria to form a curd from milk. We may learn in living things under the microscope. In the lesson, living things under the microscope. In that lesson, we can learn what is the growing of bacteria, how to grow the bacteria to form curd from a milk. Understand? So that is the changes taking while forming curd from milk. Okay, this is one of the change to understand. Then coming to that, what we can talk about, see what here, milk it is in the solid already, milk it is in the liquid state already we discussed. Milk is in liquid and curd formed from milk, it is in the semi-solid or solid state. The state of liquid substance is changed into the solid substance. This change is nothing as solidification. What is that? Solidification. Let's discuss those. Coming to that, what I'm saying, see here, the changes taking in different states from one state to another. See, generally what we can say, matter. Matter is a substance. Matter is a substance. See here what I'm saying, matter is made up of a teeny type of particles. Matter is made from a teeny type of particles. Those what we can say is called what atoms. What those particles? Atoms. Matter, substance is classified into three states. Three states. What are those states of matter? What we can say? States of matter. States of matter. One is solid state, liquid state, gaseous state or gas state. What you can say? Liquid state, solid state, liquid state, gas state. So these three are the states of matter, and two more states are there. Those are plasma and buoyancy. Means those two are under the microscopic level. We can't see with our eyes. Solid, liquid, gas. These three are the states of matter. These three are the states of matter. See here, while we are giving heat energy to the solid, we are giving heat energy to the solids can convert into the liquid, and when we are giving heat energy to the liquid, it converts into the gases. At the same time, by decreasing the heat energy to the gases, it converts into the liquid. By decreasing heat energy to the liquid, it converts into the solid. That's why what we can say, it is under the reversible reaction or reversible changes. Reversible changes. See here what I'm saying to you. Okay. See here. So when I'm giving heat energy to the each and every solid, those will change into other form of state. Other form of state. How like those? When we are giving heat energy to the solid, it converts into the liquid. So well, see here, the state of solid substance is changed into the liquid state of substance. Is nothing as we can call as a melting. What is that? Melting or melt or otherwise fusion. So what is this? Melting is a process. Melting is a process, or melt is a process. Fusion is a process. Melting is a process to change what the state of solid substance to liquid substance. Is a process. The solid state of substance is changed, convert into the solid state of substance is changed into liquid state of substance. Liquid state of substance. When the solid state of substance, the state of solid substance is changed into the liquid state of substance, is that nothing as a melting process or melt or otherwise fusion. What we can say here, see here, see, let me talk about clear information about that, how it will convert those. Here, what I'm saying to you. See, when the solid state of substance, what we are writing? Liquid state of substance. What we can, the change of state from means what we can, the change of state from solid to liquid, solid to liquid. What we can liquid is called is called melting or melt or fusion. See here what I'm saying. The change of state from solid to liquid. The solid state of substance is changed into the liquid state of substance. The change is nothing as what we are calling melting, melt, fusion. When you're taking ice cubes in your hand, the ice cubes start to melt. Start to melt means what we are saying, it in general language, kariyupodam. Means that is forming into the liquid, means water from the ice cubes. The solid state is converted into the liquid state. That's what you are calling melting or fusion or melt. Same as what we can say here. So liquid to gases. What we can say, the change of state from liquid to gas is called, what we can say, evaporation. Or otherwise, one more we can say, boiling. What we can say, boiling. See, the change of state from liquid to gas at any temperature, means at any temperature or at any heat energy, where the liquid state of substance is changed into the gaseous state of substance at any temperature is nothing as evaporation. That we can call as a surface phenomena, because when you are heating water, the by taking spirit on your palm, nowadays we are using sanitizer to rub to clean our hands. Is it? Of course. By rubbing each our hand by using sanitizer, within few seconds it will evaporate due to the heat. Means at low temperature, what happens? The liquid substance converts into the gaseous state. The liquid state of substance is converted into the gaseous state at any temperature is nothing as evaporation. At any temperature. Any temperature is a evaporation at a constant temperature. At constant temperature is a boiling. Any temperature is evaporation. Means the liquid state converts into the gaseous state at any temperature is nothing as evaporation. The liquid state of substance converts to the gaseous state of substance at a constant temperature is nothing as a boiling at atmospheric pressure. Okay, and coming to that, one more what we can say, from solid to liquid and liquid to gas. And coming to that, let's talk about liquid to solid. What we can talk about? Liquid to solid. Liquid substance is converted into the solid state of substance. Before we return solid state of substance to the liquid substance, liquid state of substance. Now, liquid state of substance to the solid. What we can write? The change of state from liquid to solid is called solidification. Solidification. What you are writing? Solidification is the process to change the liquid state of substance to the solid. Or otherwise, what we can say here, one more, the state of liquid substance is changed into the solid is nothing as what we can say, freezing. What we can say, freezing or frozen. Freezing or frozen. Freezing is a process to change the liquid state of substance to the solid state of substance at a constant temperature. Okay, constant temperature. And then coming to that, one more we can, from gas to gas to liquid. Gas to liquid. What we can say here, the change of state from gas to liquid is known as, is called condensation. Condensation. See, these processes already we learned in our separation of substances with clear examples. Is it or not? Yes. Coming to this, condensation is the process to change gaseous state to liquid state. And also one more is there, the solid state is directly converted to the gaseous state. What we can say? Solid state is directly converted into the gaseous state. This we can call the change of state from solid state to gaseous state without remains liquid is nothing as sublimation. What is that? Sublimation. And one more, from gaseous state to solid state without leaving liquid, those we can call forced. Forced. These are the changes are taking in our surroundings to understand how like it is. Note on that. Yeah. Coming to students, what we finished here, the changes we are observing, there are different changes. What are those? From solid to liquid state, when it changes, we observe melting, fusion, and melt. And in liquid state, we observe liquid state to gaseous state, evaporation or boiling. From gaseous state to liquid, we call that condensation changes. And from liquid to solid, what we observe, solidification or freezing or frozen. And solid to gas, direct to the sublimation. Gases to solid, it is a forced. And coming to that, after this, observing the changes, these whole changes are being by weather changes. The weather changes are the change of weather caused to form these type of whole changes in our surroundings. Coming to that, comparing duration, duration of day in December and May. December and May. What we are saying about that? We are talking about changing of seasons. What we are talking about? Changing seasons. Changing seasons. We are talking about what, ma? Changing seasons. We know well about seasons are changing at every interval of time after every 4 months. The 3 seasons are mainly occurs on the surface of Earth. These are changing by the revolve and rotation of Earth around the sun. By revolve around the sun, the Earth getting the change of seasons. The Earth getting the change of seasons. We know well about how the changes are. We already discussed in our past class. Now it is a rainy day. During the rainy day, what type of clothes we are addicted to wear and how to protect our body from the rain. Then after we are entering to the winter, then what is our lifestyle to living with winter? Means each and every season by changing, after every 4 months, we are comfortable being that. Means we are addictable to the particular changing of season. Particular changing of the season. Understand? Of course. See, what I'm saying, to understand the change of seasons, how those will form. Those will form. This means the seasons are forming while by Earth revolving around the sun. While Earth revolving around the sun, see once, this is the sun, and this is the orbit. What is this? Orbit to revolve Earth. To revolve what, ma? Earth around the sun. Around the sun. While Earth revolves around the sun, see, observe carefully. This distance between the sun and Earth, this distance between the sun and Earth, this distance between the sun and Earth. Imagine carefully what is the distance is. Observe carefully. In each condition, the distance is different from the sun and Earth because the Earth revolves around the sun in elliptical orbit, elliptical path. Okay, elliptical orbit means it appears in the egg shape. Understand? Coming to that, what I'm talking to you, while Earth is revolve around the sun, during the change of distance between the Earth and the sun, we are getting a seasons on the surface of Earth. When Earth revolve around the sun at far distance from the sun, when it is at far distance, at far distance, at such a far distance from the sun, we may get what? Winter or rainy season. Winter or rainy season. Where there is a least distance, where there is a least distance between the sun and earth, we may get more sunlight on the surface of the earth. That we are getting summer season. What we are getting? Summer season. Because of by the duration of revolve, the distance between earth and sun is less. By the sunlight will be appear on more on the surface of earth. By that, what happens? We are feeling as a sunny more. That season we are calling summer. Okay, same as when it moves, revolving at very far from the sun in the elliptical orbit. So the sunlight reaches very less and the intensity of heat is less of light. That's why we are not getting much sunlight. That's why feeling as a formation of clouds or something, whatever. Getting winter or raining. Means what is the cycle of seasons to form? So what we can see here, rainy, winter, summer. Means what we can say in that cycle, this is a rainy season and coming, what is this is winter, and then what we can say about that, summer. This is a cycle to form. Means each season taking 4 months of period. That's why changing of seasons we can call as a periodic changes. What we can call periodic changes. During these changes, the day of duration, December, May is quite different. In the day of May, days in a May longer than the day in December. Because of what we can see here, December starts in the winter and May in summer. The presence of light is more at long of the day on the surface of Earth. Means what we can say, the velocity of the revolve Earth is different by the distance. Difference by the distance. Understand? Due to the more gravity, it will revolve very slow at near to the sun. That's why we are getting longer day in the May. Due to the more distance between those two, it revolves fast. That's why it is getting shorter day in the December in winter. Okay, how like those we'll talk in the next class. So with a clear information. So keep in learning for online test this lesson. So see you in the next class. Have a good day to you.